Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and thanks for tuning in. My name is Chris Baroni. I'm with the Lakeland Aero Country Club. I'm the CEO and the chairman of the legal committee, and just wanted to give you guys an update with regards to things going on around the association and things that you should be aware of regarding our country club and the association in general. First and foremost, if you guys want to get updates, please click the subscribe button. And you should be able to get that information when I post a new video. And next, I want to make sure that you know where to send your checks, because there has been a change in that. Send your checks to 5523 Old OLD Salt Lane. That's here in Agora Hills in the Lakeland Aero Country Club area. That's actually to my residence. But please make your checks out to the Lakeland Aero Homeowners Association. Not to anybody else, not to me. Unless you owe me money, which none of you do. But make it out to the Lakeland Aero Homeowner Association. Receipts have already started going out. I know there's quite a few of you still that haven't gotten them. The rest of them will be going out tomorrow. Those receipts will be your receipt for payment, and when those checks get deposited, we will make sure, obviously, that your account is credited as such. The other thing I wanted to make clear to you guys was some of you had gotten the what I call the desperate letter. This is when you know that Lord Management is not only desperate but wrong in so many ways, as is the board, who continues to do things that are against the law and our bylaws and corporate codes. It's pretty silly. But it said monthly assessment payments. There have been some questions regarding where members are to make their monthly Lakeland Aero HOA payments. Please note no changes have been made with Lord Management, and they continue to be the LLHOA management company. Stop it. You guys are so immature. It says all payments should be sent to Lord Management. Really? They should? Why in the hell would you send something to a company who no longer even is the accounts payable or receivable company for the association? It doesn't make any sense. And in fact, those of you who wonder about whether or not you get a lien or blah, 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 only the board would be able to do that. And certainly the board being Mike Human, president, Dave DiNapoli, vice president, and Paul Brownlee, treasurer. I can tell you that I've had more conversations with them here in the last month than I probably have, or last couple months than I have in the entire 6 months before that. So the good news is we are keeping track of those of you who are sending your payments. Unlike some of the letters that some of you may have received, we're not threatening liens and fines and whatever else, fees for whether or not your dues came in. So I'm going to give you the order of priority that are best for your association and your investment being your home on where and how to send dues. First and foremost, if you want to help out your association and yourself, send them to the address I just gave, 5523 Old Salt Lane. That's here in Lakeland Aero. And I will make sure that you get a receipt and they are properly accounted for. If you aren't certain, which would be somewhat shocking, but I guess that happens, don't send your payment at all. The one problem that I have with that is by not sending your payment at all, although you may feel you're Switzerland, you actually could be potentially hurting the HOA in the sense that obviously now that Lorden's gone, we don't want you sending them a check, which would definitely be hurtful. So that's the worst thing you could do, is send a company who has been misappropriating your money and more than likely embezzling your money for quite some time. That is why they're so desperate. They have 50 other HOAs. They've been cash strapped for a while and quite frankly are in need of your $75,000 a month to continue to fuel their illegal operation called Lord Management. This is an unfortunate turn of events. Some of you are going, oh, we told you. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. But the good news is it isn't 25 years worth of it with them. And the better news is they'll be crushed on the 18th or 19th. And so will their entire empire eventually, because we've got surprises for them. The other thing is I want you to take note that both Shelby Wagner and Donnelly Bauer have both been given their TROs and should no longer be sending out these emails or having their employees do so. We did list them and put them into the temporary restraining orders if we need to serve these individuals. Antoinette Militello or Jennifer Bryant, we will do so. But I highly recommend that, listen, I don't expect their sales rep to do anything. She was looking pretty ragged at the courthouse the other day and couldn't even make it to the first calling of our hearing, then couldn't make it to the second calling of our hearing, and then their attorney couldn't make it to the second or third calling of our hearing. And I think by the fourth time we were called up, they were finally able to get themselves together and face the music, which is their restraining order was continued to the 13th, along with the other, I think, 4 that Michael Allen filed in the last month, and the other 5 that have been filed, generally speaking. What the court did was smart and something that I had been asking, and obviously somebody knew about it, but they're going to be combining all of the restraining orders onto a single day. That'll be best for myself and as well as the courts itself. So that's been done. You can expect probably a few more people to be added to that, and we look forward to, I know I do, pleading my case. I will make mention that somebody sent Justin Nash from some hack law firm to represent themselves, even though there was a clear conflict of interest. I think, if he's paid around $250, maybe $300 for that law firm an hour, you're looking at close to $3,000 to $2,500 that was paid out for really no reason at all. But again, remember that law firm is doing this because they're just simply also trying to fleece it. But rest assured that that law firm, when obviously things end, will be dealt with. So that being said, those 2 TROs against Shelby and Donnelly have already been served. The sheriffs have been notified. So letters like this, when they continue, will work well for us in court and continue to help the HOA in their case. The next thing I wanted to go over was the country club itself. So the country club itself, we have seen effectively zero supervision or management from those even making the claims that they were doing something. And one of the things that was put in this letter that came out that was somewhat disturbing was they actually put this in writing. They said, due to a recent restructure, the following positions and employees are no longer employed with the LLHOA. They list my name and that of Judy White. So, and this is kind of, I'm not going to go too much into this except to tell you that this is just simply bait, right? The bait is that so long as we believe that, or they use the word restructuring, that a court's not going to see this, if it was even true, which it's not, thankfully, as a wrongful termination, retaliatory firing type thing. You can dress it up and put lipstick on it all you want. We still know what it is. And that's where my personal opinion is the HOA should be most concerned, because the cases that are out there are garbage. They're just there, and some of them are being financed by David Smith himself or his, cohorts to continue, what they feel is going to be some sort of, I don't know, pressure, or I really don't know, because it doesn't work. It's not working. The only thing it's doing is causing frustration within the homeowners. But I think most of you by now have caught on to what's going on. So I wanted you guys to know that, because it is important, because you guys are going to have a say in this. And you don't want somebody who, like Donnelly lives in Covina, Shelby lives in Moore Park. You don't want these people determining for you who's going to lead this association from, the ashes from which it was in when myself and the directors, 3 of them, had found it, to where it's at now. Okay. I know that there's a lot of work and money being funneled into and funneling these obstructionists and GPL supporters to do the things that they're doing. I get it. It's nothing new. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. The only thing that has somewhat of an issue is, those people who, get a little bit persuaded by some of these silly little letters that go out. They're not giving you their home address. They're not telling you on YouTube because they're confident in their case and using monikers on another website and hiding behind email. They're doing it because they're not being honest with you. I am. Here are my words. Here's my video. I mean, you've got John Zakari recording it right now. So I get that. And part of the reason why is because, from my perspective, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And so it's important for me to ensure that you guys know that, yeah, you've got a job, you got a family, you're doing plenty of other things, that I've got your back. And I think over the course of the last 2 years, many of you have expressed some gratitude, and I'm very appreciative. Those of you that haven't, that I know or have run into, gosh, everyone's busy, not a big deal. The point is, don't let the obstructionists and the GPL supporters fool you, okay? Remember, they won't even have a debate with me here or anywhere live on YouTube, because they know it'll be a one-way shellacking. And same thing with the attorneys. I mean, I've even offered to the attorneys. I mean, they're attorneys. They should be able to at least want to have the case, discussed openly and ethically and mature and just a normal conversation. But they're more interested in taking the money of Lord management or whomever at this point. So that's really it. I do want to say thank you so much for all of your support and the many checks that have come this way. Don't be persuaded by the BS coming from Lord management. I mean, you've seen it before. You know what's going on. They're not ready for what's going to happen, and we are. So that's it. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you, and I really hope you have a great rest of your week and weekend. And if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can always comment below, send me a text or an email, or call my cell. Either way. All right. I wish you nothing but the best. Thanks again, you guys. Have a great one. Bye-bye.